No, well, it's right beside you. Hello, hello. Okay, we're gonna wait till people show up, but just to give the people who are gonna watch this, because I am gonna put this public later on my channel. This is a series that I used to do with my son here, Max, called
Mom and Son Try.
Exactly, where we tried out different weird. I've been sick for a long time. I'm a little backlit. Max is telling me I look fine, but I'm very sensitive always about how I look. So I'm not glammed up today. I don't have makeup on. Got the little barrette in the hair, but it's Max's 17th birthday today. Here I am talking about how I look when everyone, let's sing happy birthday to Max.
No, don't.
Happy
Stop it.
birthday
Stop.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear big baby. Happy birthday to you. Can you believe I'm a mom to a 17-year-old boy? And by the way, I said before, hi, Danny. There's only 2 of you watching, which is surprising to me. So Danny's here, and who else is here? Danny says, happy birthday, Max. So is there anybody else here? Because we've just said hi to Danny. We see 2. 3 people. Okay. So this episode of Mom and Son Try, we're going to start it like we started all the other Mom and Son Try videos. By the way, there's a playlist of us doing our Mom and Son Tries. So this is just a test because Max and I want to do more Mom and Son Tries, but the main thing holding us back was always the fact that it takes a lot of editing. And, oh, there's Beholden Productions. Liesel!
Oh.
Ha, Liesel, thank you, Liesel. I don't know if you've ever watched a live stream of mine before. Oh, and there's Bartharla.
No, it's Bart. It's got like
Bartolomej.
I don't know.
Bartholomew. Anyhow, thank you for saying happy birthday to Max. But yeah, Liesel, I don't think you've ever caught any of my live broadcasts. This is on my vlogging channel. So there's a playlist of Mom and Son Try. So yes, the barrier to doing this on a regular basis is the fact that it takes so much like editing, and with me trying to do my main channel at the same time and then him going to school, it just wasn't working. But we figured out that if we start to go live on this channel, we can do Mom and Son Try at least once a week because we don't have to edit it. So in this bag, we have the thing we're going to try out.
Hand disguises.
Hand disguises. But we're going to start with, okay, so welcome to
Mom and Son Try.
No.
What? Oh.
And then you go, what's the show called again?
No, why do you... I never got why you made me do that.
Because it was our intro.
It wasn't a good one.
It was cute. I mean, welcome to...
Whoa.
What's this show called again? Mom and Son.
Anyways, for people who don't get the joke, is because like when we used to do it at first, we didn't do it that often, so I would actually forget what the show was called, and then she just every time I have to say it. No, I know what the show is called.
So it's called Dad and Daughter Do Things.
No.
It's not called. That's not what our show is called. By the way, if you guys super chat us tips, it will go to Max for his birthday. So we welcome super chat tips. So what we have here today is what, Max? Show it to the audience. There's the camera.
So it looks like just something you put. Yeah, Danny. It looks like something you put on like your hand like this. No, not like that, and then you open your hand like that to make it look like it talks.
Yeah, so look, I thought this was the weirdest thing ever. It is for Halloween hand tattoos. So if you don't want to invest in a sock to make a sock puppet and you don't want to paint your own hand, you can turn your hand into a hand puppet or a hand disguise with these tattoos. It's the weirdest tattoos I've ever seen. Have you ever seen a temporary tattoo like this before, Max? We did do on this channel tongue tattoos. By the way, YouTube has held up our tongue tattoo video for monetization review.
Why?
Because they think it might not be appropriate for all advertisers, you know, sticking candy ink on your tongue. Anything to do with tattoo, they hold up for monetization review. They assume you're like tattooing your clitoris or something. We're not going to be tattooing my... Max is mortified. Okay, which one, Kate? I'm going to pick out one for you and you pick out one for me, Max. So let's show the audience. Which one do you want Mama to try?
The witch.
You want me to be the witch? That was a very quick answer. Why are you picking the witch for me?
I don't know, because...
I'm a witch?
No.
Are you trying to tell me something?
No,
I'm evil.
No, it's just... Yeah, you know.
Okay, so I'm just looking at my options here. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to make you this ugly woman.
Okay.
You're going to do some hand drag. Did you know that hand drag was possible, Max?
No.
Well, now you do. So I imagine we just like cut these out. We are going out to birthday dinner tonight. Should we wear them to our birthday dinner?
No.
And scare our waitress?
No.
I think we should.
Hi, Eileen Torado.
Yeah, so I usually say hi to everyone in the room, Max, when we do these. So we know Danny's here, we know Bartholomew's here, we know Liesel's here, we know Eileen's here. I don't think Stephen Salmon's here yet. I'm a witch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother. That's right. That is a good song, Liesel. Okay.
That wasn't Liesel. That was Bartholomew, I think.
No, Beholden Productions is Liesel.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't know.
So I guess the instructions, which I did not read, is just basically we take it like, how do I put this? Like, wait, this is. I have to put it on this side.
Apply with water. So it just says apply with water.
Hi, Raiku. Okay. So I have to put it on this hand. I'm committed to my right hand.
Okay, and then what? Oh well. Okay, well the instructions are on the back of the thing you cut. So skin should be clean and free of oils.
Oh no, my skin's never clean.
Cut out desired tattoo to remove clear protective top sheet. Press tattoo firmly onto clean dry skin with design facing down. Hold down a wet cloth to the back of the tattoo. Press down and make sure to make it wet. Wait 30 seconds. Don't hurry. Peel off the paper back. And so basically it's like every other...
Max, I think I put mine too far up. I already failed. This is gonna suck. Okay, wait, no. Oh no, guys, no. This is gonna be a hand disguise disaster. It's already. Oh.
I think we needed something like a bigger rag to.
What do you think, Max? Hey, Max, happy birthday.
Oh no, it's disfigured.
This looks like a Picasso hand tattoo is what this looks like. This is terrible. Is that a crocodile witch? I don't know. I mean, now it looks more like a crocodile, Eileen. I think I'm gonna have to put another one on. This is very unacceptable. So you have to be very careful about the positioning. You ready to see Max's, guys?
There's no jaw.
Show it to them. Show it to...
Yeah, there's no jaw on it.
These are awful.
Yeah.
They weren't even worth $1. I am very disappointed in this. At least mine has some sort of functional mouth, Max. Yours is just half of
your tattoo is on the claw.
Yeah, look, half the tattoo's stuck here. We're gonna try with another hand. Okay, we'll try this hand. So we'll try the left one. Hello, Blue Bow. I'm gonna do the Dracula. Do not stab me with those scissors. We've got child-safe scissors. You're right, but we're right, Liesel. Maybe they were made for little kids' hands, and we are people of the large hands. Max is like 6'3". I'm like 5'7", but with like larger hands. I've got kind of like a bit of like a man hand thing going on here. So that's why. Yeah. So what? But I mean, they would have to be kids of like a specific age because.
I'm just gonna put it on the top of my hand so that like.
No, you're not supposed to put it on top of your hand. You're supposed to put it on to make it talk. You're screwing up the hand tattoo.
It'll be a mute tattoo. It's fine.
I'm gonna call him Jerry. This is Jerry. Oh, but it can't go on my fucking hand. The fuck?
You put that one.
No, I thought he'd be able to go on this hand.
Oh, because you have to choose one that's like you have to choose like one from this side. See?
Oh, damn it! I'm a hack. I'm a hack at hand tattoos. You should put one on your face. I would. However, I was on a drug called azithromycin for the last couple of weeks because I was very sick, and I got a drug rash from it. So you can still see right here that I have a few spots. So I am that's why I'm not wearing makeup.
Someone suggested that you put the tattoo, like the lips be on your fingers so you could do like a peace sign.
Oh, who said that? Okay, is that what Eileen said? Okay.
I don't know.
Yes, Eileen. Eileen, you are smart. Let me just look at this. Okay. My skin is white, but then it's got red spots in it from my fucking drug reaction. I've been through fucking medical, not hell, I don't want to say hell, because I think going through chemotherapy would be probably worse than what I've been through recently. But I certainly have not had happy fun times with my health lately, and it's been making me miserable, and it's making me produce less videos, which is like, makes me downward spiral even more. Oh my God, guys, these tattoos are terrible. It's not even detaching. Look, it's not even.
You just need to be patient.
No, but
There.
you did one right, but you couldn't do it. It doesn't seem to perform very well on like texture or like depth. Yeah, that's cute. Let's show it to everyone. Wow, it's a rat. It's your birthday rat. That you have to wear out to your birthday dinner.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Let's just do all of them. Since.
Hello, we are the gimpy puppets of Davison Video. We're the visual representation of Davison's media. Kinda okay, but mostly shit. I said on my main channel I would do a puppet show. This is me fulfilling my puppet show promise to you. Okay, so let's go to the comments. You guys have any questions for me and Max? So let's go. So first off, again, back to saying hi to everyone. Hi to Danny, hi to Liesel, hi to Bartholomew, hi to Eileen, I said that already, hi to Raiku, and hi to Blue Bow. Anybody else? Okay.
Don't think so.
And Durand. Hi, Durand. So is he your son? You said you were single. Well, you can get pregnant and still be single.
Yeah. She wasn't single 17 years ago.
I wasn't single 17 freaking years ago. I didn't pop him out this year. I mean, my vagina would rip my entire body apart if I tried to birth this. Mm-hmm. I couldn't even birth his head from my vajujo. So this has been a long time growing and cooking, and I have the grocery bill to prove it because he eats a lot. But that's okay. He's a teenager. He's healthy. He's growing. He's strong. But yes, this is my son, Max, and it's his birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Max. Happy birthday to you. Sorry. Okay, so Max is putting another tattoo on. I think we're just going to keep going, guys. We're just going to... So, we always rate the products on this channel. Max...
There. That's better.
Oh! Max is... You're better at this than me. Look at this. Okay, guys. Max, you have to do a little improvised puppet show with it.
I don't know.
Okay. What? I don't know. Talk about the meaning of life with your hand disguise.
I don't know. Towels 42. Make sure to bring peanuts because your teleportation takes a lot out of you or something. I don't know. There.
Made no sense, but these tattoos also make no sense, so that's cool. What do we rate it out of 10, Max?
Shit. There we
go. Sorry guys, it got cut off.
Yeah, you turn your phone off. What would I rate these out of 10? I would rate these shit out of 10.
Yeah, I give these like a 2 out of 10 because they are tattoos. They do work as tattoos, but are they easy to apply to your hands? No. Do they seem to come apart, fairly unpredictably? Yes. Do they serve a purpose? Like, do you think you would have fun even when you were younger with your friends doing this?
No.
No. So, but they did provide entertainment for this show.
This is more something you give to your kids, like shut them up. You give them like a wet rag and like these. Oh, sure, fucking do this.
Are tattoos really popular amongst kids anymore? Like,
I don't know. So basically what you have to do is you just have to apply a lot of pressure. Don't dab it. Like, you have to get like a bunch of, like, take this just apply it down on your hand. Don't, like, just cover the whole thing and just press down.
Good one, Sideshow Buzz. Tattoos out of 10.
Har, har, har.
So bad rating. Okay, yes, I'm holding it down. I heard, did you guys hear the news that Toys R Us is in bankruptcy protection? Toys R Us
yeah, I heard that.
Is $5 billion in debt. What? And back to how this relates to temporary tattoos is, what do you think the reason is? I have a theory.
Most people just buy everything online. They don't like go out and look at stuff. They just, they order stuff on Amazon, or instead of kids wanting, I don't know, like Barbies or Legos, I want the iPhone, I want an iPad, or something like that.
Yes, my theory is that because of online shopping...
This is starting to hurt my hand.
Are you getting a rash from the tattoo?
I'm getting a burning sensation.
Oh, no. So because of online shopping, it's killing people's desire to go to Toys R Us. Plus, kids are playing video games now. And because they're playing video games, they don't want the plastic crap that they sell at Toys R Us. So that's why Toys R Us is dead. I don't even think Toys R Us can recover at this point.
It's $5 billion is a lot, especially for a company that's been going downhill. I mean, I guess I don't know. Downhill, is that the right word to use? I mean,
yeah.
They've been, sure, people still go there and whatever, but no, Babies R Us, they closed it. They had to close down all their Babies R Us because they were losing a bunch of profit. That didn't make any sense, having a whole section of the store dedicated to that. They closed a lot of their Babies R Us's. If there was a way to buy apps at a store, buying apps at a store, like, if you can buy an app at home, you're not going to go somewhere to buy an app. The whole reason of like being digital is so you don't have to go out and do it. So maybe it could work, but no, personally, I don't feel like that would be a very good business strategy to have apps you go somewhere to get.
Yeah, I think society has proven as of the last decade that if people don't really want to leave their houses, people leave their houses out of obligation, not out of will. Really, truly, that's why people are exercising less. That's why people aren't, going out with friends as much. That's why live shows are suffering. That's why movie theaters are suffering. We prefer the comfort of our little caves. So if a new service arises that basically gets us out of the obligation of leaving our house, we're gonna take that option. And so
I made a flesh pile tattoo.
Oh,
Joke me.
That's very Halloween, Max.
No, it's just a bunch of tattoos on top of each other.
I like it.
Mm.
That's a very abstract kind of, back to like Picasso. We're getting Picasso vibes from these hand tattoos, but I feel like that's giving them too much art credit where they don't deserve it. Yeah, I mean, a lot of stores, just big box stores, are going to fail. Already in Canada, Future Shop failed. I believe certain furniture stores have failed. The internet, e-commerce and its prices have just disrupted, commerce as it was in the 20th century, and it's never gonna go back to the way it used to be.
I guess it makes sense, like department stores and stuff closing. I guess
Sears is dead.
When in the past, when they were big before the internet, like you didn't have, you had no incentive to stay inside, right? So you went out and you shopped out. Now that people have the incentive to stay inside because of the internet, I don't know. Personally, I find depressing stores. I meant department stores, but they are very depressing. So I can see why I mixed them up. But places like Sears and the Bay, just going inside them and wandering, it's very, very depressing. There's nothing going on, and just the noise of coat hangers moving like in the distance. It's not fun.
So yeah, because it's not a pleasant experience, and back to you're more comfortable at home. You don't go to the department store if you can avoid it. I will be sad if malls disappear, because in Canada we need malls because of our long winters. And quite frankly, when it's minus 20, you don't want to take a long walk outside, but you can always walk around the mall, and that's what I do.
Malls have been doing surprisingly well here, because there's the Eaton Center, there's the whole underground. Oh, there's Steve Salmon you mentioned before. I don't know if he's. Anyways, malls, I feel like I've been doing better here because the whole Eaton Center, how all the the underground shops are connected by universities, colleges, and and the metro, of course, so people go through them. So there's more of an incentive to, like, maybe when you're walking through from one campus to another or whatever to look at a shop. But most people, like, they don't want to get in their car, go there, or whatever if they can.
So malls, okay. Department stores and separate mega stores or big box stores, not okay.
What's the Eaton Center? It's a mall. It's an underground mall.
It's a mall, exactly. But Eaton's, which was a department store, failed miserably in Canada. So yeah, we tried out these hand tattoos. Max has already taken them off. Max,
what?
We didn't even play with them one final time. I was gonna say this is my YouTuber gang symbol.
Mm-hmm. It's controversial. We're gonna get
demonetized. Oh, am I gonna demonetized because I brought up the word gang?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't bring up the R word that comes after gang sometimes.
Retarded?
No. You won't say it.
R word?
No. Can't say that word. Don't know what frickin' words we can say anymore on YouTube and have it be advertiser friendly. It's pretty sad. So yeah. So this has been, so far, we're going to get to the comments, but this has been Mom and Son Try. And we tried out hand disguises today that are temporary tattoos. And the reason why I called the title of this broadcast hand disguises is because I knew that if I used the word tattoo that YouTube would demonetize it. Isn't that ridiculous? We live in this era of AI ad censorship that is completely unnecessary because this is completely child friendly. Heck, I have a child here with me.
I mean, you could have called it hand puppet because it says...
Oh, it says hand puppet? But yeah,
but it says there's like, it says tattoo, and then, yeah.
So does it look like, here, hold it close, hold it up for me, Max. So guys, let's vote. Does this look like the package?
No, but there's an American flag here, so that's controversial. It's gonna get demonetized now. You gotta cover it.
Okay, so back to what I said before. If you've just joined us, it is my son's birthday today. No, it absolutely. Bartholomew says it does not look like what's on the package. It's not as advertised. So I'm just going through your comments for a second.
So
at this point, he would birth her since he's over 6 feet tall. That's what Eileen said. Blue Bow said, "You're the fastest lady who ever gave birth to an old boy in the history ever of the world." I wish I was, because that video would go viral. And I could stand to go viral again. Blue Bow says that you're shy, Max. Are you shy?
No. I don't know. I'm not really uncomfortable being on camera. It's more I just don't know what to say most of the time, unless a topic comes up.
Well, you'll get used to it. I mean, that's the thing about going live that people don't realize is that it's up to us to keep the conversation going. If we stop talking, it gets awkward for everyone. But if you keep talking and you interact, everyone's generally happy. So Eileen says, give the tattoo a personality. Like, he seems like a creepy dude. That looks big and bad with a squeaky voice. Oh, because I gave my tattoo a weird voice, or did you give your tattoo a flat voice? I think it might have been mine. Okay. Try again, girl. He made it work. I did try, and I couldn't make it work. I didn't make a single one of these work, Eileen. Eileen said, I'm 29. I definitely entertain myself with those hand tattoos for a little while. Well, they're only $1.25. They weren't even $1. They were $1.25. They should have been $1.50. They weren't worth $1.50. Pieces of crap. Rip off. Ever inflationary business practices of Dollarama. Because they realize that people are willing to pay up to $4 for things, so they're just going to keep pushing their prices higher and higher.
No, I mean, it's not a bad thing that they have things that are worth $4, because that means
they're going to have higher
more quality.
Yeah, higher quality.
More product variety.
But then they have the,
See, that's a business that learned to adapt, I guess. Because, I guess, I don't know, like, they learn that they can't sell everything at $1.
Exactly, but they also learned the profitability of slowly increasing prices. So Toys R Us would really have to just, maybe they would have to go the Dollarama route to stay afloat. They would have to slash prices, because a lot of toys at Toys R Us are, I don't know, I mean, you were a baby so long ago, or a kid, the last time I bought a toy for you was probably when you were like, what, 12? Probably. Maybe 13 max. But like, whereas they used to be, say, from $10 to $20, toys are up to $40 for plastic fucking junk. you know, that the kid only cares about for like a year. So maybe Toys R Us, if they, you know, they wanted to be more competitive with like Amazon and whatnot, they would have to slash their prices. But then, you know, they have that. But the problem is that it's very expensive to light and to rent out and to pay land taxes on those like giant standalone stores.
Giant like warehouses full of plastic.
Exactly. Okay. So, oh, Steven, thank you for the $5. That goes to Max's birthday fund.
Thank you, Steven.
Steven's my regular big tipper. He's such a sweetheart. Okay, so back to what they were saying.
So,
sorry,
we were around. Oh, sorry, I'm blocking the camera, but just keep going down.
So, there's still Babies R Us. We already answered that. We already talked about the apps. Are you wiping the tattoos off? They were fine. Yes, Max, you should have kept it on. Yours were kind of cool.
It was starting to burn my hand.
Okay, so, I understand. And Danny says he's going to be an adult the next year. Are you ready to turn 18, Max?
I don't... What do you mean, am I ready?
Well, I mean, you'll be able to drink. You'll be able to vote. You'll be able to leave home. You'll be able to do whatever the hell you want legally. Take control of your own finances. Get a credit card. Get married. Go to adult jail. He could go to adult jail. I don't want you to go to jail.
Oh boy, adult jail. What I've always wanted.
Yay, adult jail! That has always been one of my fears, is that somehow I would fuck up accidentally and end up in jail. Like, that would be a period of my life. I mean, I think there's ways to pretty much ensure that probably never happens. Do you guys ever fear about, like, somehow being falsely accused of something or committing a crime accidentally and ending up in the slammer? Do you?
No.
I think that's a pretty is it an irrational fear? Like, what if someone put drugs in my luggage and claimed that and then I didn't know?
Well, if you're, I don't know, if your fingerprints weren't on the drugs or whatever. I mean, but that's so, it's, I mean, of course nobody wants it, but it's not a thing that, like, it's not a thing that you should actively worry about.
No, I don't actively worry.
I know you don't.
Steven Salmon says he worries about it all the time. Steven Salmon, I believe, is black. So I think in the States, like, he's very justified in fearing more, unfortunately, than, you know, a Caucasian person being falsely accused or or racially profiled and stopped, which is, you know, shitty. I guess in the sense, you know, that we're white, we have less of an issue of worrying about racial profiling. Though Max, whenever Max goes to an airport, because he has long hair and a beard,
and I'm tall,
and he's tall, and he's not as pale as me.
I get randomly selected, like 9 times out of 10, randomly selected. Randomly selected
for an additional pat down.
Because I got the terrorist beard going on.
Do never say the word terrorist in an airport.
Yes, I know.
Don't. That would be a bad idea. Max is not a terrorist. Yes, he should wear a shirt to the airport. I am not a terrorist.
Reverse psychology.
I made a terrible joke at the airport when I was younger. My brother, Craig, who at the time I believe was like 8, had a container in his carry-on luggage of floppy disks. And this was like at the dawn of like personal computing. So what?
Did something bad happen to the floppy disks? Those are expensive. Like a pack of 10 was something like $20-$30.
Well, I don't know. Nothing bad happened to the floppy disk, but when we got to the conveyor belt where they x-ray your baggage, the guy who was like going through, the TSA agent or whatever, who was going through the baggage was like, "What are these? What is this?" And I'm like, and I was thinking in my head, because I at the time was like 9 or 10. I was like, this is a kid and he's carrying floppy disks. Is this kid really gonna do something wrong? And I was like, oh yeah. So I said out loud, bad choice. Oh yeah, they're exploding disks, don't worry. And they were like, boom. And they're like, what did you say? And I was like, they're exploding disks. And they're like, you cannot joke. Never make a joke in an airport about exploding anything, young lady. I would never, of course, do that now. But back then, I was like, are you guys, like, back to, like, even now we call it security theater. These TSA agents usually don't prevent anything from happening. You realize that, the majority of the time. I don't know how many times they've thwarted things. I'm sure they've thwarted some things.
They're more there to, like,
as a deterrent.
To scare you or whatever, to make you like start to think, oh, what if I did do something wrong or whatever, like, you make you think or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, you wouldn't want to not have them.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess some security is necessary, and we've shown, recently in society that being too permissive and too open makes a culture evolve that's a little bit uncivilized. So yes, we do need laws, but I think sometimes it's excessive, and I don't know. I should not have made that joke, and I guess he had never encountered maybe floppy disks before, and he had never encountered a child carrying floppy disks.
If he was in the 80s, and he was probably some like old fuck, he sees this technology, just the gears are turning, and he doesn't understand.
You're right. That's a good point. So when you turn 18 next year, Max, are you gonna have a drink?
No.
Yeah, alcohol doesn't appeal to you.
Yeah, it doesn't interest me personally.
Do you think you're going to do anything wild and crazy once you become an adult? Like, do you feel like you need, like, more freedom?
It's not like when you turn 18, it's not like suddenly your brain flips a switch and then you go from being, like, child to adult. It's not like you suddenly understand the meaning of taxes and how to pay off a mortgage. It's just 1 second you're 17 and then next you're legally an adult. Just more, all the changes is what can happen to you legally. The low gang? No thanks.
I had actually started another Logan Paul vlog as I am Logan Paul's crazy aunt. Although I kind of want to smash Logan Paul. But he's kind of... Smash? Yes, no, but he's a douchebag.
Yeah.
But he's definitely smashable. But Logan Paul's creepy aunt. Not crazy.
Logan Paul's incestuous aunt.
No, but where were we going with this? I had started one with Max, another one, but I got sick. So we couldn't start it because he's the large version of Logan Paul's dwarf. Because Logan Paul has dwarf mamba. And so I was saying he's
Big Mamba.
Big Mamba as opposed to dwarf, and instead of Logan Paul, I'm Logan Paul's crazy aunt. But yeah, that got put on hold when I got sick a couple weeks ago. Evan, that's correct.
I don't watch Team 10.
Team 10 isn't Logan Paul. Logan Paul's separate from Team 10.
Whatever.
But I stopped watching Logan Paul because I was watching him while I was doing my project, but to be honest, I did get bored with it. Like, it's like, okay, he wakes up every day, he plugs his merch, and he does crazy stuff, but it's like, I don't know, he fights with Evan, they play fight. It kind of got a little boring for me.
Does he throw him like a football?
Yeah, they play fight, I think, as gently as they can, because obviously the little dwarf guy, Evan, could get squished. Yeah, I wanted to daily vlog, but back to like me I try to do too many things, Max, and I think it makes me sick because I'm like, I pretty much never stop working. So let's go back to the comments. If you guys have questions for me or Max, and this is my son, if you're watching, you haven't said, you're reddish when you open your full eyes. What?
I don't know.
Reddish you look when open your full eyes up and down. You look awesome. I don't know what he's talking about.
Exploding discs. Did any girl try to marry me? No. Do the girls see you outside? I mean, I'm pretty sure women do see me outside. I'm not invisible. Max is not a terrorist. Yes. Whenever a cop approaches, I think about crimes I never did. They can
accuse me of.
I think about crimes I did. They can. No. I never did. They can accuse. I never did. They can accuse me of. Oh, I think about the crimes I never did. They can accuse me of. Ah, okay.
So Eileen has a falsely guilty conscience when she shouldn't. And Stephen gets very scared about getting falsely accused of things. So Eileen says, I know it's hard to make a tattoo fit everyone, but I don't know, maybe the mouth needed to be wider to get the fingers. They weren't that bad. That was her review of these hand puppets. So you want to be famous? Are you asking that to Max or me? I definitely want to be more well known for sure because
I want to be famous.
Do you want? I can make you famous, child.
No thanks.
You're like the progeny of a famous person. That means you have double the chances of being famous because when your parent does all the work or the groundwork to start off like the fame ball, you're just like joining this machine that's already rolling. You're privileged, man. Is this? You got $5 from Steven Salmon for your birthday.
Woohoo.
That's a good thing.
Yep.
I feel like we should do dares for super chat tips. You are a bodybuilder, dude.
No, I'm not.
He's just a big guy.
Yeah.
He's naturally huge.
So what do the comments say? Your phone's heating up. Max is a samurai. He plays with Kong and breaks plates, harasses Lydia, and Evan takes off his shirt.
That's why I want to
shoots
smash
off
him.
merch cannon, being loud and obnoxious. So basically, the dwarf acts like a retard and tries to get you to buy stuff. Max is samurai.
No, the Logan Paul.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm not a samurai. I'm not a bodybuilder.
You could be. You could be a football player or a bodybuilder or a bouncer.
Yeah.
With proper training, because you're such a big healthy kid and you're a smart kid. And I think the reason why Max is sort of seems mature for his age is because I've always given him a lot of freedom and responsibility. Right? You have to do dishes and make your own bed, and sometimes I send you on shopping with my credit card, and I let you go out till 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And I don't always text you every 5 minutes. I trust you, and I don't shelter you from things. You were telling me that the other day.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Sheltering kids from information or the internet?
I don't know. Sheltering kids from the internet is like, of course you don't want them to like have like 100% free reign on the internet or whatever, but like sheltering them completely from like the internet, like, and restricting sites. I mean, I get it, but like doing it completely, like, how tall am I think my dad is around your height.
5'7".
Yeah,
his dad might be shorter than me.
No, you're around the same height.
I'm a little bit taller than his dad. So the height comes from my family, not his father's.
But
the broad shoulders comes from his father.
But no, sheltering is a bad thing because it's inevitable to like the internet is so ingrained in everyday life nowadays. It's like sheltering your kid from the sky. Like, oh no, don't look up or whatever. But it's there. You can't ignore it, and one day you're gonna have to talk about it if you do hide from them. It's a bad analogy, but you know it gets the point across. Just don't do it because. Makes them a retard.
I think not a retard. We should use other words, but yes, makes them stunted. Because when we swear, we use bad words. We're really like using the emotionally volatile term or volatile.
It just means slow.
Choice
in French
of a more intelligent term. Yeah, retard means en retard means late in French, or en retard means lateness or slowness.
En retard is to be late.
So. Yeah, I mean, okay. Some parents make the argument of like things have to be age appropriate, and I agree. You do not show kids adult material.
Yeah.
Do not show your kids porn. That's disgusting.
That's illegal.
That's illegal and disgusting. Okay, but as per like, should you monitor what sites they go on and like check their, do the YouTube Kids thing, or I never did the YouTube Kids thing with him.
YouTube Kids didn't exist when I started watching.
No,
YouTube.
I guess not.
No, it was. I started watching YouTube when there was still the 5-star rating and we had dial-up. So that was 2008, probably 2007.
Yeah. Okay, so what are your plans after school, Max? College or work?
I'm not going to college. I'm going to trade school for cooking, and after that, I don't know, maybe I'll go to college, maybe find work at a computer store because I really like working with computer hardware. Not really into coding, though.
Yeah, Max likes to go to the secondhand store and like buy old laptops and tablets and computers and tear them apart and make them work again. And you should become a businessman, dude. Yeah, I've always said that because I have showed you how one can run one's own small business. So I think you see like the foundations for that. What's up, party animals?
I owed him.
We did shitty hand puppets that didn't work. This is the only one that's left of the bunch. It's Max's birthday today. Max is 17 today. But yeah, Max knows that all that it takes to run a business is to have an idea that is sellable and then to market that idea to the people who want to buy it. and to be consistent in, you know, your management of that rollout. I mean, I could teach him how to get, you know, his own registered business number, how to do his business taxes. I mean, I do all this stuff myself. And I think now I'm going to teach him the lesson of when to hire people, because I'm about to hire a new cameraman.
Why are you?
Because I can't do everything myself anymore, and I don't want to be, like, it's been hell. Like, I've been you know, I've released 2,000 or 2,500 videos over the course of my career, and I would say, like, maybe only 8 or 10 of them were edited by someone else. And so I've never had a break in the entire time I've been on YouTube. So now I think I'm paying money to increase my quality and quantity in a way that just doesn't make me feel like I'm a prisoner of my own home and a prisoner of my work. So one of the things when I actually had got small business counseling at an organization called Yes Montreal, they said to me is like, you have to know, like, that you can't ever do it all yourself if you're going to build a large business. Eventually you have to learn how to hire people and to delegate, because if you're just one person, you will always be a small business. So yeah, I think Max could be, and I want to teach him how to invest. Like, I've started investing in the stock market. My parents didn't ever teach me any of that shit, and I think that's a loss. So I'm trying to, like, teach him everything I know instead of hiding things from him. Okay, so we're going back to the comments. Anybody want to super chat Max tips for his birthday? $2 for his birthday. He can buy himself a pop at the dollar store. We can buy ourselves more shitty tattoos.
So what are your plans?
This is $1.50.
I could become a businessman. I don't know.
Odin.
I don't know what business I would do. I was just talking about that with my mom. She let me watch all these crazy shows, and it didn't shelter me from the fact that this world is crazy. But
okay, no, say it louder. So say Eileen said, and then read out her comment.
I was just talking to my mom about that with my mom. She let me watch all these crazy shows, and it didn't shelter me from the fact that this world is crazy. But looking back, I should have also...
But looking back, I also think, damn, should I have seen that?
Should I have seen all that murder and shit?
Oh, man, yeah. I suppose... Yeah, well, I never exposed you...
No, I watched... You let me watch Family Guy when it came on, and I guess, I mean, that's not, like, the most mature of shows, I guess you could argue, but, you know, I wasn't really sheltered. You never, like, watch me when I was on the internet and whatever, either.
Well, did you watch a lot of the murder stuff? Like, I know my brothers went through a phase when they were, between, I would say, like, 13 and 17, where they'd go to those gore sites where, like, you can see people who've been, like, hit by trains or, like, decapitated, or, like, that was, like, again, back to, like, the beginning of the internet, where it was shocking, where you could so easily find this kind of real life gore material.
So basically they would go on wrecked threads on B.
Yeah, because Max goes on 4chan. So you have seen that material.
Yeah, I have.
When did you first see, like, violent material online?
I don't know. It doesn't bother me anymore. I guess I've become, like, desensitized to it, but it wasn't really online. It was in movies. I'd see it in movies.
Oh yeah, because you watched a lot of movies with your dad.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of movies with my dad. A lot of
oh, Danny.
movies from the 80s and whatever, and I've seen it, and you know, it doesn't affect me. I don't get squeamish or whatever when I see it.
Well, I'm with Eileen in the sense that I've never liked watching horror films. I've never liked watching violent crime shows. I get disturbed and I worry that it could, because I'm a very anxious person, that it could, like, happen to me in real life, or it stays with me and makes me think, like, dark, creepy thoughts. So, like, I was like, I would just rather watch, like, Trisha Paytas be an idiot or Logan Paul shirtless than blood, guts, gore, terror, and, like, stalking. So yeah, I guess I had never even, like, I didn't even, as a parent, like, go, like, he's going to see terrible, violent things and it will make him a terrible, violent human being. Maybe I should have, but I guess I just assumed that if he had any questions, he would come to me, that the internet is a fairly balanced place overall, in a way, right? Because there's so much different, information that you can access, that it's not just gore. You can watch gore as easily as you can go to, like, say, Club Penguin. And kids have interests, generally, they gravitate towards more innocent things the younger that they are. They don't even think about seeing creepy stuff. Like I said, my brothers didn't start looking for creepy shit until they were, like, teenagers, probably old enough to, like, handle it. But back to, like, yeah, you shouldn't be showing your kids slasher films when they're in grade 4 or 3. So Eileen said that probably didn't help my anxiety, but I still love it. So Odin says if you go to crazy shit.
Yeah, if you go
to crazy shit, that site will wake you up quick. I've never been to crazy shit. And at least you're not.
Is it kind of like Live Leak? I'm guessing, where it just like shows all the everything in literal gory detail.
So Odin, he wants to know, is it like Live Leak? So Odin says, yeah, at least you're not coddling him. Danny says Max could join the mafia. Yeah, he could, but he's not going to. Just like he's not going to be a bouncer. Rico says, happy birthday, Max.
Thank you.
People will do work under your command. Bluebell's funny. Because you are a large man, people will respect you and submit to you.
So we see all that. Yeah, that's what I thought. Never have been there, but I might check it out. I used to be a bouncer, nothing wrong.
No, I'm worried that he's gonna get hurt. It's not that it's a bad job to have.
Yeah.
I just might actually have an uncle who got shot and killed by being a bouncer. So
What?
yes. On my dad's side.
I didn't know.
You didn't know because he got shot and killed in like the 70s.
Oh.
Before me, I even think. So working in nightclubs, not ideal.
Not really a job that interests me, just because I have like a large, I guess physical presence, but I'm not really an aggressive person or very competitive or whatever. I'm more docile and calm.
Who's more aggressive, me or you?
You. Yeah, well...
What are they, exploiting this motherfucker?
Well, you have to be, like, especially, like... But you're not... I wouldn't say aggressive is the right word, but you're more, like... You're more of, like, a leader type. You're more, like, commanding, and, because that's just the type of job you are. You have to be aggressive, to get to the top, since YouTube is...
Very competitive.
Yeah. If he becomes a bouncer, you just gotta befriend bikers. They respect people that are bouncers, surprisingly.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, because it's like you're putting your life on the line to like actually help the patrons that are inside. So that absolutely makes sense to me. Roll up on your Harley. Do you want to ride a motorbike?
No, I just want a regular bike.
Oh yes, this is a subject that's controversial in our household. I don't want to buy him a bicycle because Montreal, every single day, cyclists get hit. Because drivers, back to the retard word that we keep throwing around, drivers in Montreal are fucking assholes. I'll put it that way.
Wow, I'll buy myself a bike. It's not even like I don't need to be bought a bike. I just want a bike.
Well, I'm just afraid because
I know
the way Montreal was not made for the amount of cars that it currently has. There's a ton of construction in Montreal. And Montreal drivers have there's the rules of the road, there's the law, but then they have their own sort of...
Yes, see, Odin
let him in a bike.
He knows what's good.
It's a sense of freedom. Yeah, I know, but wait a second. What I'm saying is it is convention in Montreal to violate road laws.
It is what?
It's convention. So basically, even though there's laws, people will turn right when they're not supposed to. They'll cut off pedestrians. You're never supposed to turn until the pedestrian has completely crossed the road. That's not what happens in Montreal. People will change lanes without signaling.
People will turn if they know they won't hit you. Basically,
well, they think they won't hit you.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of close calls. Even when I had a stroller with Max, people would cut me off trying to cross the street. Like, that's how shitty drivers and aggressive they are here and entitled. So I just know that, and I've seen with my friends. I've had so many friends on Facebook complain that they were almost hit by taxis, that they got doored, that a car cut them off on their bike, and people are vocally very resentful of cyclists in Montreal. So that's why I just...
Well, when
I'm worried I'm afraid.
But I've handled it before because I used to spend my summers in Vancouver, right? And when I was younger, I used to go to summer camp, and I'd bike to summer camp every morning. So I'd bike from off island, or in Nanaimo, I think it's called, whatever, to Vancouver Island. I would bike every morning, and I would bike back every evening. But I would never go on the main roads, especially because there's the tram, and there's just lots of traffic. I would always take the shorter streets. So.
I know. I guess. I mean, I do trust you. I just don't trust other drivers. That's my issue.
So I don't know. It's yeah. I have not bought him.
I'll wear
yet.
like a bomb defusal vest if that's what it takes for me to be safe.
I just think that any road where there's street parking, you're putting yourself at a risk, and there's just so much street parking in Montreal.
There's a.
Oh, thank
you.
you for your. What's PLN? Is you from Poland?
Yeah, it's from Poland.
Oh well, thank you.
He said at the start he's from Poland.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yay.
How do you pronounce your name phonetically? Because I saw you had characters that we don't usually use. So if you could write it, that would be cool.
Yeah, Bartholomew. Like.
Is it Bartholomew?
Well, I think it's the equivalent of Bartholomew.
I guess just in Polish.
So Bartholomew.
It's probably Bartholomew.
Yeah, it's Bartholomew, but like Bartholomew is fine. Don't ask. Okay.
Bartholomew's good. Thank you, Bartholomew. He ain't a dainty thing. If he gets a bike, he will get more respect because of the size. See?
Odin's fighting for you, man.
Yeah.
The Great Bike Debate live stream 2017.
But we have in Vancouver there's a lot more bike paths. There's a lot more bikers there too, but not like people, not those kind of bikers. But we have a bike path right in back of our house. You go down a block and there's a bike path. I mean, even if I were to get a bike, I wouldn't like take it. I would just go I would take the small streets. Like there are a lot of small streets around here. Would it be a challenge? They'd want to bounce the bouncer.
It would be so do you have to say what, because people don't always know the context.
Yeah.
So Eileen said that it would be a challenge to hit you because they'd want to.
Yeah.
Because you're large. I hope not. See, that's the thing. See, I told you I give my son lots of freedom. I give him internet freedom. I give him, he can, freedom with his girlfriend. I let him go out all hours of the day as long as he comes back before 11 p.m. But yeah, when it comes to like physical risks, like, getting a bike, I'm very worried because I've only got one max and I made him 17 years ago.
You can make another one.
You
still have time.
I don't have much time left to make another one. My eggs are shriveling. If Logan Paul wants to impregnate me, he only has a couple of years. I will never smash Logan Paul. That's what, sometimes you never know what's going to happen. What? No, that would be very bad.
I do not want Logan Paul to become my stepdad.
No, he's too young for me. Anyhow, back to what I was saying. Yeah, back to my eggs being shriveled. My mom had a tight leash. Listen to mommy get a bike at 18. I mean, there is a point at which I won't be able to stop you. It's true, especially if you move out. You could be a cougar. Sorry, I know I'm getting less. You know what? The moment I knew I was feeling less ill today was when I laughed about posting on Facebook, because I've been feeling sick for weeks. I posted this stupid Facebook quiz wherein it tells you the meaning of your name, and it told me that the meaning of my name was princess. And then I said, no, LOL, it's queen with a Kween. And then I laughed to myself, which is a really stupid joke.
Why did you delete Facebook?
I deleted Facebook briefly today. Because Facebook's fucking bullshit.
So you agreed what I said in the morning? How it's just shit?
Yeah. Well,
did I give you a light bulb turn on?
Well, no. I've thought Facebook is shit for a while. I just feel like it's a waste of time largely. But I mean, I need it because I need to communicate with all the people I have that star in my videos. Yes. And I need it because it's marketing, and I need to probably do more of an effort on my Facebook fan page. But I think Facebook is like pay to play. You just end up paying them money for like nothing unless you're very smart about your business model. But yeah, Odin says he just uses it to contact family.
Like for me, I remember it was funny when there was the Facebook app on my phone. I remember I would talk to people through that, and then there was Messenger. I hated Messenger, and now I don't even have the Facebook app on my phone. I just use Messenger.
Yeah, well, what my habit is I basically get my news from Facebook if I'm not getting it from Twitter. So I will lay there when I can't sleep at night and just like scroll through my feed looking for articles to read. And sometimes I'll troll the comment sections on Facebook, which gets me actually some traffic to my page by saying things that are like funny or outrageous.
It's not trolling.
Well, it sort of is because I'm a little bit more obnoxious than that I would be as a serious human being.
Bike smiley emoji, no bike sad emoji.
Okay.
Oh, also, hi, Jad.
Jad's the sock puppet. Jad's the sock puppet on the wall. Right there. Can we show you the fan wall? He's right. He's hiding right now because we moved around the room.
I don't
so
think
let's
you can
hold on. Here. Let's take this off. Let's show everyone Jad's fan art. See, this is, oops, wrong way. This is Jad. Jad's a sock puppet. He's right there. He's on my fan wall. And this is Steven Salmon, who's here today. Right here. And this is Eileen, who has unicorns. And Odin, Odin is not yet on my wall. Usually Team shows up as well. Danny's not on my wall, but Danny's always here supporting us. I wanted Al South to show up because I've almost done his logo. Anyhow, but we're not painting today. But anyhow, that's Jad. Jad's the pretty sock puppet with a happy face. And see, that kind of fits with what we were trying to do today with our disgusting hand puppets. With his Jad gray, because Jad specifically requested gray as his background color. So where were we going with this? We were talking about bikes. There'd be a point that I can't stop you. We're voting. So you guys are voting. Who thinks Max should get a bike? So bike is smiley emoji. No bike is sad. So let's vote.
We were here already.
Yeah,
So smiley emoji. Jad thinks I should get a bike. Danny thinks Bartholomew. So that's 3 bike. So 3 people think I should get a bike.
Eileen doesn't know. Eileen's like
neutral.
It seems like you guys are all team bike. Team bike. Instead of team crappy hand puppet. Okay, well, Odin, if you, the minimum now is and Sideshow's not sure. So yeah, Odin, I can do any symbol you want. For $25, I can put you fairly high up on the wall. I can put you right here, or where else could I put you? I could put you over here, right here. And and you pick the color, and then you pick the design, and I paint it later. I'm not gonna paint it right now. I had to hold off a bit on painting while I was sick as well. I did work on Al Souths. I did work on Shark LOLs next month. Awesome. So what symbol does Sean want? Sean? Oh, Sean wants a fish. I still have to make Sean's fish as well. I haven't made it yet. There's so much little touch-ups, and the slightest touch-up on that wall, it just takes so much effort. So I guess the votes are in for the bike situation, Max.
So it's most people think I should get a bike.
And Sideshow, yeah, okay. Well, we'll think about it. I mean, I think that for your fitness, it's good for you to bike.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but you can do other things to get fitness, like walk. And I don't know, carry heavy bags of stuff when I make you do my shopping and my bidding.
Bidding. Oh,
do my bidding, young man.
Bidding, I see.
Bidding, yeah, no, not bidding as in bid on,
eBay.
Like eBay. Bidding as in
a tandem bike? No.
Bike your mama around.
No, because then I won't be able to. I'll have to. It'll be like. If it's a tandem bike, I'll have to go at a blazing fast speed of 5 kilometers per hour.
Because you think that I won't be able to keep up?
No. The tandem bike is 2 people sit on 1 bike.
Yeah, it's with 2 bicycle seats.
I'll have to do that because any faster and you'll get scared.
Oh, is a tandem bike the one where I'm like a little sidecar, or is it tandem?
No, it's like a bike limousine. So it's like there's two seats
and it's long. Yeah, but what? Oh, because you're afraid that I'll get scared the faster that we go. I used to be less afraid when I was younger, but I think I was less exposed to how many things can go wrong, and life was different. It was quieter. It was calmer back then.
But you shouldn't always you shouldn't always worry about things that can go wrong. There's always things that could go wrong.
Well, I also traumatized myself. We'll say because I fractured my tooth. See, I checked this tooth. You guys, and it's missing its corner. And the dentist said that he could bond it. Actually went to 2 dentists. The first one to make sure that it wasn't fractured down the middle. And the second one said he could grind it a little bit or bond it. But then the second dentist was like, I'm like, what would you do if you were me? And he's like, I don't think people really look at your bottom teeth that much. I'm like, yeah, but I feel like I like to like be aesthetically pleasing, and things that detract from my ever decaying beauty make me feel fundamentally just weaker and flawed in a way that is less marketable. And he's like, no, if I was you, I'd literally do nothing.
How did you chip your tooth?
It's the weirdest thing. I don't know how I chipped my tooth. Like I had started, because I've been so sick, I'd started to get nerve pain. I sometimes have trigeminal neuralgia on the left side of my face, and this is where I break out in disgusting cold sores. And I had made a video actually that's on this channel of the way you can get rid of a cold sore if you feel it starting. And you've never had a cold sore, and I hope you never get any. Is that, you know, when it starts to, it usually burns before it erupts into a blister, you ice it. So I had a small ice pack like this big, but this is not proven because it didn't distinctly happen at this point. I had my phone in one hand, I was like watching a video, and the ice pack in another, and I kind of went clunk, but I didn't go like bam on my face. It just kind of clocked I think the corner of my tooth. And then I remember having this like moment thinking like, I wonder if you can chip your tooth. I'm like, nah, it's just like a small little ice pack. But apparently ice, if it hits your tooth at the wrong moment, the hot and the cold, like if you take a glass that's hot, that's not heat tempered, and you put it into a cold sink, it can shatter. Apparently that can happen to your teeth. So you have to be very careful if you ice your lips not to get your teeth, but it was also the combination of the impact with the ice, and then it didn't actually break until I was in the bathroom. This is the moment I noticed it. I was flossing my teeth, and I always floss my teeth like that and then that. So I went crack, and then the corner flew off my freaking tooth while I was sick with like a temperature of 100 and fucking landed in the sink. And I was like, no, this is not real life. This is my nightmare. Like I have my recurrent nightmares. There's two. I should ask you. This is a good question for you guys too. We'll segue into this. I floss my teeth all the time. That's why I have great teeth. I haven't had a cavity in 15 years.
I wish I could say the same.
But so where I'm getting to, 2 recurrent nightmares that I have. One, that my teeth all shatter and fall out. And in these dreams are always very realistic, and I believe that they're like real life. And then when I wake up in the morning, I'm like so happy that it was just a terrible fucking dream. And apparently it's a very common dream to fear losing your teeth, right? Second recurrent nightmare that I have, and again, I want to hear you guys' comments as to what your recurrent nightmares are. I get these small snakes that bite in my arms. Like they bite little holes, and they're always multicolored, kind of like silly string, and they get into my veins or arms, and they keep wriggling around, and I have to literally grab them and rip them out of my arm to get all the snakes to get out of my body, and I'll see it go through my system, and I'll be ripping snakes out of myself. So those are my 2 worst, most disgusting, most terrifying recurring nightmares. So when this happened to me, I was so traumatized because I woke up the next day and it was still fucking broken. So do you have any recurring nightmares, Max?
Recurring nightmares. No, I don't have nightmares. I don't have nightmares.
Are you Jesus?
Well, no, it's just, I don't know. I don't have nightmares. This void. But no, I don't get nightmares. I dream occasionally, and most of the time it's all right. Nothing bad. Apparently I sleep talk a lot, and I'll swear and just generally be angry, but when I wake up in the morning, I don't remember a single thing.
Well, I haven't noticed you sleep talking as much. Like when you were little, you sleep talked and you would thrash around a lot, or you go to the bathroom and you're half awake, half asleep, and then you go back to bed. And I could tell that you weren't fully conscious, but that's interesting. And Max has always been a very short sleeper, and he needs like 7 or 8 hours of sleep solid. That's it, no more. Versus me, especially when I used to share a bed with someone, I would need 12 hours of sleep. Like I need a lot of sleep where I feel like a subhuman, and it sucks. It's back to like my greatest weakness is the fact that my body is somewhat weak. But that's very interesting. It just depends how your brain is. I guess your brain is, and just like Odin says his brain is that he doesn't get nightmares, versus I guess because I'm an anxious person, and I am always worried about my teeth. And I hurt my tooth when I was really little. I ran into a wall, and it actually, my baby tooth got bruised, and now I have like a white spot at the bottom of this tooth because of the way that it actually damaged the root and it over calcified to compensate for the damage I did. So maybe there's like some recurrent, like some like residual trauma that I relive whenever I worry that I'm losing all my teeth. As for the snake thing, like, oh, I don't want to talk about denture time. I don't even want to talk about it. Like,
Denture time?
Getting dentures, that when you lose your teeth, you have to get dentures. I don't want to hurt my face. Like, already, you know, I'm not getting any younger. My face isn't as perfect as it used to be. It's just, and I don't want to have to get plastic surgery, you know, like I'm going to put off like any little cosmetic enhancements as long as I can. So that's why, like, when the dentist said just like do nothing, no one gives a fuck. And it'll just be money that you're going to have to spend every 5 years.
You know. It's really not noticeable. Like, if you were to never bring it up, people would never know. Unless they would, they Here, I think we should...
Yeah, we'll go to their comments.
Yeah, comments.
So wait, if I never bring it up, people won't notice?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's so small. Like you said, it's a very small...
Chip.
Yeah. Okay, so Bartholomew says, "Oh my God, no!" In reference to the snakes in the veins.
Wear bubble wrap if you get a bike. Okay, so when we're going down.
So, sounds like you should avoid the show The Strain there, Davison. I don't have nightmares either. I would have trauma for weeks after the dream with the snakes in the veins.
Sorry for that. Now you're gonna have that nightmare.
I always have a nightmare of driving off the mountainside into an ocean and drowning, or off a bridge and drowning. He had dreams riding motorcycles on clouds. Tell the truth, man. Jad, I do not have those kinds of dreams. I sleep talk when I'm guessing he said, like, I slept talk a lot when I was his age. Oh, jeez. Lost position. My dad and my brother used to sit in the living room listening to me talk about video games in my sleep. Sometimes I have the teeth one.
Says Sideshow Buzz.
Yeah. I'm back to my final year of college, and it's a relief when I don't have to do that again.
I used to have nightmares that I hadn't graduated university for several years after I finished, and like actually recently I had another nightmare again that I didn't actually get my university diploma. Not that it even matters. Doesn't fucking matter that I went to university. I mean, okay, maybe I'm being too simplistic because university taught me how to write. It taught me how to commit to something that was really uncomfortable to reach a goal. Okay, bye, Odin. Have fun with your doggy.
Bye,
I'm here
Odin.
with my puppy. What else did university teach me? I mean, I got to meet a lot of other people my age. I don't feel like I was that social in university because, like, I had my first live-in boyfriend. Well, first two live-in boyfriends. First three. Well, I had lots of boyfriends.
What's your opinion on parasites?
Speaking of boyfriends.
No.
What's your opinion on parasites?
No, like parasites, like the do you know what the Gordian worm is? Or like the hair?
Why are we just
horsehair worm?
So wait, Sideshow Buzz says something very funny. I've had enough of these motherfucking snakes in my motherfucking veins.
But the Gordian worm is pretty bad. It's like this.
Is it going your eyeball or some shit?
No, it's not that. It's like it usually infects bugs, right? Like there's this one video of the cricket, like where it's put in the water and then the worm starts coming out, and it's like this long. And it's all like it's like coiled. It's all coiled
yeah. There's
up
a
inside.
parasite that can go in your foot in Africa, and then it goes up your leg, and it grows for like a year or two, and
then it wraps around your bones,
and then it wraps around your bones,
like,
and then you can get it to come out, and you have to wrap it around a stick, and you keep rolling the stick till you pull the fucking parasite from out of your leg.
Parasites are disgusting, but they're also fascinating.
I don't like it.
Like, stop talking about the nightmare stuff.
She's egging me on. I don't like it.
Another cool parasite is cordyceps or fungal cordyceps.
Yeah.
where it's like it infects ants and like basically zombifies, and then like mushroom pills.
Apparently, you
out of
can
them.
take cordyceps, and it has some sort of good effect for like your immune system. I can't believe I all of a sudden feel better, Max. What happened to me? Anyhow, I guess I just got better.
Think about the parasites.
No. Yeah, speaking of being ill, because bacteria are, well, they're not parasites, they do invade your body. I don't. You watch all these facts things. I think I have been the type of person that gets bored of these facts videos, and I find them obnoxious and annoying, and I hate them so much. And I'm like, I don't want to see this fucking trash.
I love documentaries. Documentaries are great.
I like reading about stuff that could be made into a documentary.
So you can tell you're old-fashioned. You like reading.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just because I'm old. But yeah, do I think parasites are terrifying, Max?
Yeah, they're pretty bad. They're awful. They're real. Parasites are horrible.
Some people argue that we all have parasites inside of us. That's why there's all those parasite cleanse.
You
like
had a
herbs.
parasite inside of you, remember?
When did you?
Yeah. Damn it! Take my punchline.
I was like, you're telling people I had a parasite? I don't know. I was like, did I have parasites?
You had me.
You weren't a parasite, Max. 17 years ago, I was giving birth to you. Do you want to know your birth story? Does anybody want to know the birth story of Max?
No.
So I woke up, I don't care if you say no. So I woke up late at night in the year 2000. 2000, good God, fucking 5 billion years ago. And I had pizza, and we had played board games over at a couple friends' house, Dagny and her, I think it's now her husband, Jason.
Sounds boring.
Well, whatever. You get boring if you're pregnant because you can't go out and, do a rager.
Well, no, I mean...
And knock back some Jack Daniels if you're like 9. No, everybody has partied every year since the inception of humanity, and everyone will party at certain ages until the end of time.
Anyways, continue.
There are some periods in your life where you're more prone to partying than others. I feel like the last couple of years I've been out of my party phase. I've been increasingly boring and shut in and not fun. But that's another topic for another time. So back to your birth story. So we were over for board games, and we'd eaten pizza, and then I woke up in the middle of the night and thinking that I had indigestion from the pizza. But the indigestion came in like waves, and I at this point was like 42 weeks pregnant. So I mean, come on, like they were about to induce me. And to be induced, Max, you know what that is?
It's forcibly getting the baby out.
Well, no.
They
ripped the baby out of your stomach like it's a snake in your vein.
They get the plunger and yeah.
No.
The vacuum.
Inducing is chemically they induce you.
Uh-huh.
They give you pitocin, which forces your uterus to start to contract, which then we're giving some sex ed here right now, which then encourages the baby to be born, and they might break your water, break your amniotic sac, in order also to encourage the baby to come out. So they knew you were like 42 weeks. That's like way overdue.
Really?
Not way overdue. It's like 2 weeks, but it's common in first pregnancies for them to sometimes the baby to cook a little longer. So you were cooking a very long time, and so I started getting these like rhythmic weird things, and then I went to the bathroom and there was like blood and slimy stuff. So I was like, oh, I think I'm in labor. Oh my God. So I was like, okay, well, how often are the contractions coming? Because like you can like tell usually how far along you are in labor by like as the period between contractions gets shorter and shorter, you're closer and closer to giving birth. So I don't know. I mean, it's been 17 years, so I don't remember, but I think it was at like 8 or 9 minutes at that point. So I wasn't like crisis mode. But equally though, Max, if your wife or girlfriend is ever in labor someday, you never know how fast you're going to progress. So it's probably a good idea to get to the hospital as soon as possible, because you could some women give birth in 2 hours, some women they take like 25 hours or something horrible like that. You were somewhere in the middle. So I was like, okay, I'll eat something. So I remember I ate corn pops and nectarines. It's all about food. Foreshadowing of how much this young man loves to eat.
You calling me fat?
No, you're not fat. You're big. There's a difference. You could weigh a little less, but you're just a big guy. You're in the big territory. And even if you lost weight, your bones are fucking huge, dude.
Most of my
that's your bone.
Yeah.
That's not fat. So I'm like, look at my wrist. We got to be at the same depth.
He has a little wrist compared to a much bigger wrist. Don't hurt me. So anyhow, I had corn pops and nectarines, and then I went in, and they're like, they put you in a room where they examine you, and I think it was 4 centimeters dilated. You have to get to 10 centimeters dilated to be able to begin pushing, and they checked my blood sugar.
Like 10 centimeters.
No, that is not 10 centimeters.
Your
vag has to open up.
That's a foot.
Like the
that's
gates of hell.
That's at least 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 centimeters is like this. It's like.
So this is 10 centimeters.
An inch and a half.
This is 10 centimeters.
10 centimeters is like this. It's like your finger. It's like this.
Okay.
But then the baby's head is more like this. But it's flexible. It opens.
So it's not like a foot.
No, like the head of a baby. Yeah, it's like about like that, and then it comes out. But anyhow, so they checked my blood sugar. My blood sugar was higher than normal, but it had been in the pregnancy because I kind of had like borderline gestational diabetes. But I don't think my breakfast of corn pops and a nectarine helped, because it's like basically pure sugar on top of sugar. Then I was trying to do it naturally, give birth naturally without like an epidural. That's like the painkiller that they give, that they put into your spine. But once I hit, I believe 6 centimeters, I started progressing more slowly, and they didn't like that. So they're like, okay, we're gonna put you on Pitocin, and that's the drug that they give you when they induce you. So it makes your contractions even stronger. And it was so painful that I was like, screw this, I'll get an epidural. So they then gave me an epidural, and this is like, I'd say now we're now like 8 hours in, but they didn't get it right the first time, and I could feel it, so they actually had to move it, and because they moved it, I was only frozen down to right above my hoo-ha, so there was a portion of my hoo-ha that was not frozen at all. No big deal. I felt a little bit, it was a little bit like the ring of fire burning going on when he crowned. I know this is like too much information, but it was fine. So all in all, my labor ended up taking, I think, 14 or 16 hours. I gave birth to him at 7:32, I believe, at night, something like that. I should remember the exact hour, but I don't. But it was around 7 p.m. And I didn't need a C-section. As soon as he came out, you were like, I should actually get out the photos, guys. I'll show you the photo right after I gave birth. He was so big and like healthy and screaming. I was like, oh, he's fine. There's nothing wrong with him. And so I was like, get this epidural out of my back. Yeah, I do have photos here. I'll give you, here, Max, talk to them. Go through the comments while I get out the photo.
Oh, jeez. Sorry. So Bartholomew says, bro, stop talking about the nightmare stuff. Danny says, pull the tapeworm out of your ass. You ever wake up from scratches trying to remove the snakes? Do you? That Eileen said that.
No.
Odin says he was 18 when I was born. Eileen was 12 when I was born. Could be worse. The mom of my kid was in labor for a week.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's Odin. Danny says you could fit an entire watermelon in there. I think that's when I was holding up my hands to like at least a foot. And then people are laughing that you said hoo-ha, and Danny asked if you had photos. Let's embarrass him. I hope they're not graphic, and that's from Danny. And those last.
No, there's nothing graphic. Okay, hold on. Just a few more. Oh, there you are, right after I gave birth. Oh my God, that's crazy. I'm glad he took this photo.
Who?
Jonathan.
It always seems dark in those photos. Like,
well, because, I mean, this is like 17 years ago. So look. Here I am, and there's you, Max.
I can't see the photo. I mean, let me look at it. Off to the side.
You're off to the side in a little plastic thing. Here, quick, Max, let's recreate it. Get into this plastic Tupperware.
That's me.
Look, see, this is me after I was pushing, guys. You guys see? They had him over there. Yeah,
I don't look that different. My face was rounder. I was fat. I was 206 pounds when I gave birth.
In this photo, you have a clear.
I look high. I was not high. You go into a different realm when you were giving birth, my friends. You enter this zone of like, nothing is real. You have one goal, and that goal is to push that baby out of your vag like a football at the Super Bowl. Football at the Super Bowl.
Here's more photos. There's me with him in the bed. Look at the little bean. I like it. Look at you. You are a little bean. Here's the bean with Grandma and Auntie. And that's Max's dad. Jonathan. There's my mommy. There's my Aunt Lil. Max used to call her Aunt Little. There's Max. 17 years ago. And then here's a picture of me with Max's dad. So here, look, you guys see? See how cute he, oh, we're getting like a double reflection because it's glossy. Oh, look how cute. There's me with, and I had blonde hair. I dyed it blonde. Have you heard from Max's daddy? Yeah, all the time. He didn't take off or anything.
No.
And look, this is one of the first times Max started to smile. Look how cute he was. He's a cute little baby. Looks like a baby elf.
He was very adorable, Maximo. You were very cute, Bear. You're still cute. But you were such a cute little bean. Let's get this one. This one's a good one.
And I have all these albums.
Yeah, but you.
I don't look that different here. Like that, you can still tell it's me. But remember, we're in shitty lighting. You know, you can tell it's still me.
Look at him. Oh, Max, you were so cute.
Grandpa
He's
with
a
that
baby.
gross mustache.
Grandpa looks the same. I don't think Grandpa's changed much in 20 years. Nope. So, yeah, I guess I have changed. I mean, everyone changes over time, right? I mean, my hair is not the same. You lose fat volume in your face as you age. I'm not 20 anymore. I'm 40. So, I mean, that makes... He does not look the same. Does Max look the same?
Uh-huh.
He does look
more like Chris.
Well, he looked like a fusion between your dad and
yeah,
me or my side of the family. Okay, so let's go through what people have been saying. You can tell she's a mom and she got the baby voice going on. That's right. Both of you look different, says Bartholomew. Have you heard from Max's dad? Back to what I said. Hello, Katarzyna. Katarzyna.
I think she's from Poland too.
Yeah. Hello, Katarzyna. So yeah, Max's dad has always been in the picture. It's just that I've had primary custody. So I would always get Max 5 days a week, and then his dad would take him on the weekends. His dad, though, has been in a long-distance relationship with a woman who lives in Vancouver for a very long time. So, and plus, he works for a company. He worked for Yahoo.
Yahoo's going to the shitter, so he's like moving on.
So yeah, so he would have to go back and forth between here in California or here in Vancouver. So when, of course, Max's dad would go away, Max would be with me full time. So no, Max's dad did not like take off. He's not a jerk. He's just I have primary custody.
Jonathan looks the same except with different haircuts, I feel, in the photos. But you look really different. You look like a different person.
How do I look like a different person?
No, but I mean you definitely do look like the same person, but you definitely like a lot of the different facial features and.
Well, what is it that's changed?
I don't know. Like it feels
my nose is different or what?
You have like here you have like definitely a rounder face.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I used to have more volume underneath my eyes. What else? Like, I don't look like that at all anymore?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's definitely you. Like, you had short hair
I did not have a nose job.
You had, like, really short hair at one point. What?
Yeah, I had really short hair.
I guess that was more of a thing of the time. It was more...
But also remember camera lenses, lighting...
But I was really young. I had better skin back then. Anyhow, there's the blast from past, more from the birthday broadcast. So we have to go for dinner fairly soon. I think we'll take a few more questions from. Do you have anything you want to say or any questions?
No, I'm just looking through the book.
Yeah, and I kept all of Max's drawings from when he was little. So when he turns 18, I'm gonna show him from every year, like all his school drawings that I have in all these scrapbooks.
I think I stopped at one point.
We don't know where we're going for dinner. We thought we were going one place, but that might have been vetoed. Yeah, I don't like to disclose where we're going either, just in case. I want to go to dinner. Get me on a flight to Canada.
Who's that?
That would be my friend Anthony.
Oh.
Okay. I'm just reading what you guys are doing. I think I've already, let's embarrass him. How old are you, Odin?
Well, if he was 18, 17, 20 plus 15, he's what, 35, 36?
Oh, so he's still younger than me. So you've got to get him a bike now that he's stuck through the whole, 35, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not that old, Odin. I got to get him a bike now that he's stuck through the birth story. Well, I don't know. Maybe nobody thinks it's interesting, but I think that he should hear that, and especially now that he's older and he can remember it. I'll be right back. Did your mothers ever tell you their birth stories, guys?
Thank you, by the way, for trying to convince my mom to get me a bike.
I really want to get this garbage off my hands. These hand puppet tattoos, they're just so subpar. They're just so sad. Danny, she's just ribbing you. Eileen's just ribbing you. She doesn't hate you. Don't worry about that. Okay, well, should you show them the terrible photo of me painting a face on the belly? No. Oh God, no, my mother never told me her birth story. I'd be like, la la la, fingers in my ears, not hearing this. Well, it's back to like not sheltering your kids too much. Like if I don't tell you the truth about, like, he just learned something today about being induced. I didn't know that he didn't know about inductions, but I don't really think...
I kind of knew what it meant. Like it's basically the force eject button.
Yeah, well, they chemically make it so that your body, it speeds up the labor. But I don't really think they taught me in school about being induced. They don't really teach you anything about birth in school. They teach you about contraception. They teach you about STDs. They really do not teach you about what happens when women give birth.
Mm.
What about, yeah?
Yeah, they taught us in grade 5, 6, and 7. I don't know. Learning how I was born doesn't really bother me. I mean, I already knew that baby comes out of vagina, so I kind of knew what to expect from the story. You know, it's not like.
Well, it's like every woman's birth story is different because it's like how long
different
it
events,
takes,
how you get to the hospital,
anything bad happens, blah blah blah. They kept me in the hospital for a couple of days because apparently my blood sugar levels weren't normal and I was retaining fluid, so they had to pump me full of a lot of like fluid. But other than that, like, everything ended up being fine. Okay, guys, I think we're gonna wrap this up because we do have to go for dinner. Thank you for joining us for the Max birthday broadcast. Odin's very scandalized that I talked about my hoo-ha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't give I mean, it's very technical. It's very scientific giving birth. It's nothing terrible. Yes, thank you, Bartholomew. So I want to thank our super chatters. Thank you to Steven and thank you to Bartholomew for your tips for Max's birthday. I will see you guys. Alex Davison, are you a lesbian? I'd take you out. I just said...
As you can tell from my presence, she does not like men. No, what? No, she doesn't like guys.
I just talked about smashing Logan Paul, much to Max's.
She was talking about
chagrin.
how she had her baby come out of her vagina.
Well, no, but you can be a lesbian and still, or you could discover you're a lesbian after being straight for a very long time. She's a vegetarian. We were talking about vegetarianism, me and Eileen, last night. No, I like boys. Logan Paul, here's my phone number. No, but Alex, thank you for the offer. Alex, I wouldn't have known that you were a girl because but that's good. You have a gender neutral name. But nice to meet you, Alex. Okay, so that is it for our broadcast. I will yes, I'm an absolute vegetarian. Enjoy your meal of veg. This has not ended the way that I wanted to. Can we please escape the creepy zone and go back to the hand puppets? This is making me uncomfortable.
This was supposed to be a mom and son try. Cause see, the thing is like when we actually recorded them, we would stay on track. We ended up going an hour and a half talking about parasites in more than one way. And bikes and whatever. We tried it at the start, but that was pretty much it.
Well, I mean, this is like in the future for Mom and Son Try. Like we could set a time limit, but then people don't get to talk to us.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
No, you're right. I thought that we were going to be on air for like 20, 30 minutes, but we've gone for an hour and a half. I always end up on my main channel whenever I go live. I end up broadcasting for like 2 hours, 2.5. Like, but after 2.5 hours, doing it alone, it gets like really long. Eileen, she's funny. Okay, so I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for joining us for this birthday edition of Mom and Son Try.
Also, before we go, special thanks to Odin for knowing what's good.
For being the bike hype man. Yeah. And Jad is also a bike hype man. So let's say bye to everyone. Bye to Eileen, Danny, Odin,
Katarina,
Katarina, Bartholomew, Alex,
Salmon, Eileen.
Salmon.
I don't know. Did we say Eileen already?
Yeah. There was who else was here? Sideshow was here. Sideshow Buzz was here. And that's, I think, if we've missed anyone, we're trying to get all of you because I don't want to make any of you feel left. I said Jad Rubin already, and we showed Jad on the wall. And now we can't scroll up anymore. It doesn't allow us to scroll up past a certain number of comments. Okay, so bye guys. We love you. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.